I've been getting to the money. Everybody mad.
Welcome back to the Mr. Big Fact Show. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're so kind. You're so kind. Thank you. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Now, your brother O'Shea Duke Jackson is back at it again. Now, O'Shea Duke Jackson took it upon himself and took time out of his busy day to take one of my videos, Mr. Big Facts, and put it on his channel. Now, the content doesn't belong to me, but he took the video that I took from Trick Daddy's page and he posted it on his page and he shouted me out. So shout out to the brother O'Shea Duke Jackson, very intelligent man. Now let me say something. I've had an issue with O'Shea. The only issue I've had with O'Shea is the fact that he brought to my attention the fact that Tariq Nasheed had made over $2 million in donations in a very short period of time. And he built nothing. He took the money and he pocketed the money because there's no tangibles. So when O'Shea said that, and people were getting at Tariq and say, O'Shea was talking about you, and O'Shea was on that African shit, and he was telling people, you know, he was kind of against what Tariq was doing, sowing division in the community. Tariq Nasheed made threats to O'Shea, probably called him on the backside and said, yo, you better watch your mouth, don't talk about me, nigga, or else. And O'Shea copped the plea, and went into hiding. So that's why I had a problem with O'Shea Duke Jackson. That's the only issue I had with the brother. Other than that, that man's an intelligent brother. He was very close with Kevin Samuels, who was a great brother and speaks a lot of truth. But without further ado, the brother Tariq Nasheed is in a bit of a pickle. Now, he's met his match with a brother by the name of American Cholo. American Cholo is an activist and a YouTuber. Now, there was some type of incident with the rapper named Tiger, where Tiger used a Hispanic term. I think it was Ay Caramba, you know, Speedy Gonzalez and Ay Caramba, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And they got mad and said it's cultural appropriation, and they made him apologize. They brought him to a radio station to apologize, which is, you know, normal, because anytime somebody uses anything black and they found out that it's they say it's culturally appropriative or whatever they say, they make these people, especially if they're white people, they make them lose their jobs, they make them lose money, they destroy their lives. They have to apologize, you know, and all the above. But it's a double standard. Because Tiger had to apologize, you know, Tariq got mad and started out having a protest at this radio station for this brother, because this brother was there leading the charge. Now, like I said, it's one-sided because they can say what they want about anybody. They can call people names. They call white people crackers and all type, call black immigrants tethers. And see, this is it. It's like throwing stones and hiding your hands, right? You throw a stone and you hide your hands. This is what the Tariq Nasheed and the F.B.A. cult is doing. And anytime somebody steps to them, they want to claim that they're an anti-black racist and they hate black people and all the above. And this is the hypocrisy that's going on. Now, he's afraid of this brother American Cholo, because this brother American Cholo isn't backing down, and he knows that when he messes with immigrants that are black, he's reaching for low-hanging fruit. He's trying to attack his own people, because he knows that they won't really attack him, and there won't be any real repercussions or circumstances from the things that he's saying. But let me play a little bit of this interview and we'll talk about it.
When having this particular guest on the show, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give a warm welcome to Mr. Tariq Nasheed.
All right, what's going on, family?
Now, let me give a shout out to the brother called Hip Hop Inquirer. This is where the interview is, and you guys could go there and check it out. I'm just going to break it up. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to give some talking points, and that's it.
Brother, how are you today?
I am good. So basically, how everything started, there was Power 106 radio station had this thing with the rapper Tiger. Tiger had a video called Ay Caramba. Some people within the Hispanic community thought that the video was somewhat offensive. They thought that it portrayed Latino stereotypes. So they brought him to the station to apologize. Fair enough. Many people thought that it was kind of over the top that they would.
Okay, there we go again with the fact that he said they brought Tiger to the radio station to apologize, and many people thought that it was over the top. Why would they think that's over the top? Why? Why do black Americans believe that everything other than talking about black people is cool? Now, when what's the brother name? Michael B. Jordan took the name of Trinidad and Tobago's Juve celebration and just put it on a rum or on a wine or whatever it was, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago got mad, the black Americans started. They was upset. Why are they getting mad? You know, what did he do? He had no idea where that came from. He stole a name from a culture that he knows nothing about. He doesn't have parents from there or anything of the sort. And he's going to make profit off of it. He's going to make money off of it. This is why they were mad. He never offered a piece, a cut. He never consulted with the government to find out if he can use the name. But African American black people got so upset because they're entitled and they believe that they can just do anything they want and get away with it, and there's no repercussions for their actions. But anyway, let's play some more.
To apologize. Fair enough. Many people thought that it was kind of over the top that they would make him apologize because he wasn't being malicious. But what happened was they had this activist named American Cholo, who was the main one leading the charge to make Tiger apologize.
Okay. American Cholo is leading the charge to make Tiger apologize. Aren't you leading the charge for the so-called F.B.A.s? Aren't you their leader? So what about American Cholo? He's probably a sort of a leader or the leader for the Hispanic community. So what's the difference between him and you?
And this American Cholo guy is kind of known for being an anti-black racist. So we're calling out Power 106 for platforming a vile anti-black racist.
Now there we go with the anti-black racist again. Now as soon as things don't go his way, him and the F.B.A. squad, the clan, the cult, you know what they do? They call racist. You're racist. You're racist. Yeah, right? The man's racist because he's defending his people from your attacks, right? He's standing up to you, and you found out that he has a voice and a platform, and you don't like that. See, the problem, I said, black people in America calls everybody else out of their names. Tariq Nasheed goes on his platform and he disrespects black immigrants. For what you do and say to black immigrants that don't really do anything to you, you have no respect coming from anybody. You should not expect any respect. You should not look forward to anybody giving you any type of grace or gratitude. So it is what it is. You're fair game. You've been talking shit on the internet about black immigrants and other people's culture with impunity. So guess what? There's no respect coming your way, and shout out to American Cholo.
Forming a vile anti-black racist to sit here and wag the finger at people about what they need to do and not do as far as race relations. So this American Cholo guy has been going on different platforms saying a bunch of untruths. So he's been saying a lot of...
You know what's funny? He says that American Cholo has been going on different platforms and saying a bunch of untruths. Now, don't this sound like somebody that we know? Think about it. Who's been going on all these different platforms speaking a whole lot of babble? And he's talking about black immigrants. He's going on there attacking them. I don't care if they eat you alive, nigga. For what you did, you deserve what's coming to you. You deserve the repercussions of your actions. You're going on platforms telling lies. So he's doing exactly what you're doing.
So he's been saying a lot of untruths about me, saying that I've made disparaging remarks about the Latino community, which is completely false.
There we go again. Cholo said that he's made disparaging remarks about the Latino community, and Tariq said it's false. Look how he's copping a plea. He's copping a plea to the Latino community. He has never once copped a plea to the black immigrant community. He's never once apologized for what he said about black immigrants. He has said that he's not going to sit at the table because they bring nothing to the table. This is how disrespectful this nigga is. And he's now copping a plea talking about he didn't say anything about Hispanics because he know there's real consequences and repercussions to pay for disrespecting these other cultures. This is why I told you he won't go against these people, because he knows that there's repercussions. He has a whole family in California. He don't want to mix with the Mexicans. They don't play with their culture and their lineage and their ethnicity. You hear me? So he knows what he's doing. He knows not to play with these people because the ramifications will be swift and will be very serious. But let's continue.
He's been using racial epithets left and right. And we're having a protest today to make Power 106 apologize. The protest starts at 12 noon. Power 106, they also have a reputation of not hiring a lot of black on-air personalities.
Okay. Now, you want to lead a protest so that the station can apologize for somebody that's been disrespecting black people, right? How about the black immigrants make a protest to ban you from disrespecting them and their culture and their their lineage? How about that? See, it's a double standard with these people. It's a double standard. He wants them, his F.B.A. clan, to go outside of the radio station and protest. But guess what? He's throwing stones and he's living in a glass house, right? See, the problem is you so-called F.B.A. clowns, you sit here disrespecting people, right? Think about that. You're disrespecting people on a daily basis, and you think that because you're so-called black American, that you're somehow a protected class of people that can say anything about anybody and just get away with it. But when somebody strikes back, you cry racism. He's an anti-black racist. When they strike back and they defend themselves from your vicious attacks, right? They're anti-racist because that's the only thing that you can use. He's racist. He's an anti-black racist in order to try to cover for the fuckery that you're doing. But let's go.
Of not hiring a lot of black on-air personalities. That radio station kind of fell off since Big Boy left, the very popular Los Angeles DJ. So we're just getting some straightening going on out here. And we're going to talk about race relations.
Who the fuck cares about Big Boy and the radio station hiring black people? Why don't you take the $2 million you made and open up your own radio station, you fucking fraud? Why don't you do that? You took $2 million. Why don't you start your own radio station? You're still depending on these white-owned businesses and companies to hire black people. Affirmative action. You are Martin Luther King. Shout out to Martin Luther King. But you want integration. You want to be up underneath white supremacy because you feel safe and protected, right? Go build your own radio station. Tell all the people, the F.B.A. people that gave you $2 million to give me another $2 million. Let me go up in the mountains and open up a radio station and we could just talk all the shit we want to talk. And we could, you know what I'm saying, we could do some advertisements and make some money. No, you're begging white people to hire you. This is what you're doing. Burning house again, guys. Burning house. He's leading y'all into a burning house. He's leading y'all into a beef, a division between y'all and the Hispanic community. First, he did it with you and the black immigrant community, which don't do anything to you or don't do anything that affects you in any way negative. And now he's doing it with the Hispanic community. Peace out.